Good morning to all. Myself, Mrs. Selvarani Bichi, and I'm here today to discuss about nursing and certain terms from mental health nursing. The content is divided into three sessions. Now you can view my first part of the video, second part, and third part will be processed in the upcoming video. Right. Firstly, let me talk about nursing. Modern nursing can be defined as nursing is an art, science, and a profession by which we render service to human beings to help them to regain or to keep a normal state of body and mind. And when it cannot accomplish this, it helps them for the relief from physical pain, mental anxiety, or spiritual discomfort. The word nursing is derived from the Latin word nurture, meaning to nourish. The word nurse also has its roots in Latin in the noun nutris, which means nursing mother. The role of the nurse gradually enlarged from that of a mother to one with a much broader scope. Care of the sick, the aged, the handicapped, the helpless, the infirm, as well as promotion of health became vital components of the whole of nursing. As days advanced, it became evident that love and care alone were not sufficient to promote health and overcome diseases. Skill and expertise and knowledge become essential for nursing. As science advanced, the emphasis on knowledge emerged. Knowledge of facts and principles would provide the initiating force for nursing to become both an art and a science. The head, heart, and hands truly mattered to become the foundation for modern nursing. Well, secondly, I would like to move on to the history of Florence Nightingale, who has been called the founder of modern nursing. Miss Nightingale crusaded to change the world's view of a nurse. She succeeded to a great extent to improve the health laws, to reform the hospitals, to reorganize military medical services, and establish nursing as a profession with two missions: sick nursing and health nursing. Nightingale was born on May 3, 1820 in Florence, Italy to a wealthy English family. She was educated in language, philosophy, and liberal arts. She entered the nursing profession against the wishes of her parents. She started her nursing training at the age of 31 in Deaconess Institute in Kaiserwerth and completed her training in 1853. In 1854, as the Crimean War began, Nightingale started her service in the military hospitals as she made reforms with love and compassion. Nightingale, with her nursed the wounded soldiers and succeeded in reducing the mortality rate of the soldiers. As Nightingale and her nurses made their rounds carrying oil lamps in their hands, she became known as the Lady with the Lamp. This remains as a symbol of the nursing profession. After the Crimean War, Nightingale served on several commissions and wrote about health, sanitation, hospitals, and nursing education. In 1860, the Nightingale Training School was opened at St. Thomas Hospital in London. Towards the end of the 19th century, Nightingale nurses provided leadership and set a pattern which is the basis of nursing education today. Finally, I would like to conclude my first session by saying that nurses can be called as angels wearing their white uniform and being beside the patient, monitoring 18-minute changes, even if they are tired as hell. And the main job of angels is to watch over people and protect them. So you can refer nurses to angels. Instead of sending us white-winged angels, God gave us nurses. Nurses are key to the health of the nation. The modern nurse must be prepared to use knowledge, skills, and research to provide the best possible care to the client. Thank you.